And your name is what?
My name is Brandon.
Brandon what?
Graham.
Oh, so you're, okay, go ahead.
We would always go over to my auntie house and they had a bird and it would always call Brandon's name because he would always get in trouble. Brandon, stop Brandon, stop Brandon. You know, it was just funny because we all knew, even if he wasn't in trouble, the bird would say it. So he was just a busybody.
He was real energetic as a young kid. You know, his mom used to tell me, you know, they talking about him in school again, you know, he playing around in school.
Brandon's kindergarten teacher, she told me he had good grades for the whole year, but she said, you're gonna have a discipline problem with him. And you know, I really didn't know how to take that because I'm like, I'm doing the best I can and this boy still ain't acting right.
And I mean, I used to get good grades, but still, she would still be kind of like leery about a lot of stuff because it is Detroit. She don't want her son doing anything, you know, that he's not supposed to with people that he shouldn't be with. So she used to always want to meet my friends and stuff like that.
But she started it when she told me, you're gonna have a discipline problem. I said, well, not on my watch, not my kid.
He was always a good kid, he just liked to play. You know what I mean, with the other kids in class. I said he always did his work and all the other stuff, you know, he just liked to play. That's all as a kid, full of energy.
He was playing too rough with the girls, didn't know that a girl don't play like a boy, you know. He just wouldn't, I guess, you know, I really didn't know, but I wasn't gonna accept that. So I was like, you know, with his dad going away to college, you know, I needed somebody to fill in that gap. So I was like, I'm gonna ask his dad, what should we do? What do he recommend? He was like, Little League football. And I never knew it could turn into what it turned into.
Go, Brand! Go, boy! Boy, Brandon make it look so easy. He just like
you know why?
slow motion down.
Brandon focused.
Oh.
That's all. Like you know where they coming at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we found him a team. He only played one game. Quit.
First year I actually quit. I remember clear as day, this dude named Marcus Green. He wore number 3. I still talk to him to this day. And we did this drill where we lined up. He got the ball and I'm the defensive player and I got to make the tackle. And sure enough, he ran me over.
Quit that same day. Same day. Mommy, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. But when his dad came home from school,
he ran over my daddy, told him I don't want to play no more. I was crying, had a stinger.
I couldn't have him quit. You know, so we made him play his first year out. And once he got the hang of it, because he caught on real quick, because he was an active kid, I knew he was something special then. His first year, I knew he was something special.
Detroit is the roots, man. My roots, where I came from, the gutter. Basically, it's just one of them cities like everybody else that, you know, needs rebuilding. I really know it can be different, you know, because it was good back in the day. But, you know, when the recession hit and all this other stuff, you know, it just basically, you know, messed up a lot of stuff. So I think we back on the rise though.
Detroit is a rough city. It's rough. We all grew up in the roughest areas. So you really had to be really, really close to your family to keep your kids, you know, out of all that stuff, you know, because it was bad.
so many traps out there, you know, and then it's a lot of guys out there are not good for these young men. And I wasn't going for that. You know, I had to keep them busy instead of the streets keeping them busy.
He went to summer camp, stayed all day at summer camp, and he had football in the evenings. When he got home, he was just too tired to even eat, you know. So we just basically kept him busy.
If you make it through Detroit, you can make it anywhere, because it's a rough city to be a part of. But if you stay out of trouble, which you can, it can't get you.
Yeah, bro was cold.
Like
yeah, I know he was gonna make it. Bro was cold.
Yeah, we proud to see him come from here, you know what I'm saying, and go do something big, bigger than this, you know what I'm saying, and still be himself, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
2004 was a banner year for Detroit Crockett. Led by a defensive menace in the middle, he's back and getting a lot of attention. That's because 1 year ago he amassed 135 tackles, 20 sacks, 6 interceptions, and 10 fumble recoveries. Meet 6'2", 235-pound Brandon Graham. And when many of the nation's publications, including USA Today, decided who was going to be the top linebacker in the nation, well, the answer, you're looking at him.
We got Brandon in an odd kind of way. His little league coaches brought him to our practice field and said, basically, here, coach, take him. He's ready now. He's a man amongst boys on this little league football field, take him. We took him in and we instantly knew that he was gonna be a difference maker just by watching him practice and the way he picked up terminology and schemes and techniques. We said, this kid has the it factor.
When I first arrived at Crockett, I was just like, wow, what is this? You know, my house is better than this, and I thought we was living bad. But you know, it was definitely a symbol of like my lifestyle, so I could relate. It was one of them schools that was holding on by the threads, but we loved our school and we treated it with care. But that's what I like about the school, because it's the struggle, but they were still good. And we ended up making a name for ourselves.
As a freshman, he set a state sack record, 6 sacks in one game. I said, well, this kid is gonna be something nice, and he was.
We had so much mail coming to the house, I just would throw it to the side. I was like, oh, because even if you told them he wasn't coming, they would send mail. I mean, just stacks of it.
When I finally got the opportunity to make him happy and make my mama happy, I think that was the best feeling. That's all I could think about during that time, is how happy my parents was that I am getting this shot to get this full ride scholarship to a university.
And when he got accepted, I felt that was a privilege. I was like, boy, you got a full ride, you going to Michigan. Go Blue.
Oh, man. Just from recruiting, when Lloyd took me, him and his mom, and my dad to his office, and it was just a maze for me, you know, for Lloyd to sit there and say, we want to give your boy a full scholarship, you know. I just couldn't even hold it no more, you know. I had to break down right there in the office, like, man, this is a dream come true, you know.
Yards have been hard to come by on the ground. Winston again. Oh, and he's hammered down. What a hit by the All-America Brandon Graham, the junior out of Detroit, Michigan.
That is unbelievable.
I remember meeting Brandon a couple times. We didn't know each other at Crockett, but he reached out to me through Facebook, you know, and he just was being really nice. Just checking on you. You know, I see you in Chicago doing your thing, and you know, if you're in Michigan, you know, let me know. Maybe we can hang out. And he used to always put it out there, you know, hey, I play football. You need to, you know, you need to watch me play on Saturdays. And I'm thinking like, okay, look, I have study groups. I'm in law school. I don't have time for all of the extra stuff, but I didn't realize how big he was until he invited me to his draft party, and I was sitting in the corner like, what did I get myself into?
The Philadelphia Eagles select Brandon Graham, defensive end, Michigan.
I appreciate everybody congratulating me. You know, thank you, Detroit City, because, you know, it seemed like everybody from Detroit was hitting me today. But I was just excited, you know, most of the day, just grinning, you know, because I knew I was going somewhere, but just didn't know where, and I'm glad it's Philadelphia.
I just sat back and reflected. That whole day. That brought back some memories. I was talking to myself. I was proud. Cause that dude, he deserved everything he got. I can remember that day like it was yesterday. Another proud moment.
For me, I think, yeah, I do look back on that type of stuff, and all the time. And I'm just happy the way everything turned out, because got a beautiful wife and about to have a beautiful daughter, and I'm happy with how my life has played out.
No, I'm so proud because he's mature. He's ready to be mature. Everything is evolving good for him. He looks like a totally different person, as that football player, that young football player. And for us to see him when he was, in the PAL League in high school and then Michigan and now the Eagles, it's just funny.
Boy, Brandon Graham comes off the edge and he just blasts Toby Gerhart.
Football turned into something that I really did not expect it to turn into.